Hello, Steelers fans. Today we bring you an interesting update on Troy Fautanu, the rookie tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who is patiently waiting for his chance to shine after recovering from an untimely injury. Last Sunday, during the Steelers' 18-10 victory over the Atlanta Falcons, Fautanu was present but didn't get to step on the field. Although he was one of the 49 active players, along with backup quarterbacks Kyle Allen and Russell Wilson, Fautanu did not participate in any plays. The reason? He is still recovering from a sprain in the medial collateral ligament, MCL, of his left knee, sustained in the first preseason game against the Houston Texans. Despite being on the roster, the coaches decided to give him a bit more time to ensure he's fully ready. Last week, he participated in a limited capacity in Wednesday's full team practice, followed by 2 lighter sessions on Thursday and Friday. Although he's still wearing protection on his left leg, the rookie feels close to 100% and ready to compete. This week of training will be crucial for him, as it could be his first real chance to showcase his talent after the injury. However, the reality is that opportunities might be limited. The Steelers have not confirmed whether there will be a full team practice this Wednesday, which would make it harder for Fautanu to show his potential as an offensive lineman without pads. But the rookie understands that his real test will be in the games. In a recent interview, Fautanu shared that the coaches have told him he will need to earn his spot in the games. Just like last year with Broderick Jones, for Fautanu to get his chance, one of the current starters would need to make a mistake that costs them their position. One interesting detail is that Fautanu has been working almost exclusively as a right tackle, and he confessed to feeling more comfortable on that side of the field than the left. Right and left tackle each have their own challenges, but I feel more at ease as a right tackle, Fautanu commented. This could lead to an interesting reshuffle on the offensive line. If Fautanu proves his quality in practice, he could take over the right tackle position, likely moving Broderick Jones to the left side. However, Jones has been dealing with an injury to his right elbow and is still using a bulky brace, which could complicate his transition to the left side, especially when protecting the quarterback's blind side. The Steelers may choose to wait until Jones is fully recovered before making such a significant change, or Fautanu could force the coach's hand with an impressive performance in practice, making it impossible to keep him off the field. For now, Fautanu remains patient and prepared. When my opportunity comes, I need to make sure I take full advantage of it, the young tackle affirmed, showing a mature and determined mindset. What do you think, Steelers fans? Do you think Fautanu should get his chance soon? Leave us your comments. Joey Porter Jr. has sparked the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. The talented second-year cornerback not only shined on the field during Week 1 of the 2024 season, but also had some harsh words for Atlanta Falcons star receiver Drake London after a performance where he clearly came out on top in their head-to-head matchup. Porter Jr., known for his physical style of play and confident trash-talking, showed why the Steelers picked him as a key piece of their defense. In the season opener against the Falcons, the cornerback closely followed London, Atlanta's #1 receiver, for most of the game. The result? London, who was coming off a standout 2023 season with 905 yards on 69 receptions, was completely shut down. He managed to catch just 2 passes for a total of 15 yards on 3 targets from his quarterback, Kirk Cousins, a disappointing stat for Falcons fans and crucial for the Steelers' victory. This low output from London was particularly surprising, as the third-year receiver had been considered a key piece in the Falcons' new offensive system and was expected to make a big impact this season. However, Porter Jr. and the Steelers' defense made sure that expectation didn't pan out in this first matchup. Besides his minimal yardage, London averaged only 0.54 yards per route run, highlighting how ineffective he was during the game. To top it off, Cousins had a passer rating of just 38.9 when targeting him, which underscores the excellent defensive work by the Steelers. After the game, Porter Jr. didn't miss the chance to send a message. In an interview with Dale Lally of Steelers.com, the cornerback showed his usual confidence, even with a touch of irony when talking about London's performance. "Yeah, he got a little warm-up today. It was all right," Porter said with a smile, making it clear he wasn't impressed with the Falcons' receiver's performance. For Porter, the key to success in this matchup was his physical similarity to London, something that, according to him, made it logical for him to shadow the receiver throughout the game. That was the plan, Porter Jr. said. We've got the same body type. That was the main thing. The impact of the Steelers' defense wasn't just reflected in London's poor performance, but in the entire Falcons' offense. Pittsburgh limited Atlanta to only 226 total yards of offense and 10 points. They also forced 3 turnovers, contributing to a one-sided game between two teams that looked like they were on different levels of execution. The Steelers' defense, led by their secondary, did an outstanding job of keeping an Atlanta offense that theoretically had the weapons to be a threat in check. Porter Jr., who has now taken on the role of the team's #1 cornerback, also took the opportunity to praise his fellow defensive backs, emphasizing the unity and talent of the group. I feel like we're a very talented secondary, Porter Jr. said. When it comes to matchups, we can spread out and lock down players. D-Jack can cover anyone on the field, and I feel like I can do the same. That's how we work. This level of confidence in the defensive unit reflects the competitive spirit of the Steelers, who are looking to dominate in all areas of the game. The most exciting part of all this is that Joey Porter Jr. is only beginning his second NFL season, and his performance in this first game has already set the tone for what could be a standout year for the young cornerback. His ability to lock down the league's top receivers, along with his competitive mentality and unshakable confidence, positions him as one of Pittsburgh's defensive pillars this season. With several high-profile matchups ahead, Porter Jr. will have plenty of opportunities to face off against the NFL's best receivers and prove that his place as the #1 cornerback is more than justified. If his Week 1 performance is any indication of what's to come, the Steelers have a true defensive star who will continue to elevate the team's level of play. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense shines with T.J. Watt leading the charge. In the thrilling NFL season opener, the Pittsburgh Steelers secured an 18-10 victory over the Atlanta Falcons, and as expected, T.J. Watt played a pivotal role. The former Defensive Player of the Year made his mark on the game, despite 2 of his sacks on Kirk Cousins being nullified due to penalties. However, his constant pressure on the quarterback was evident throughout the match. Watt, always ready to give his all, stood out not only for his performance but also for his gratitude towards the loyal Steelers fans. The Steeler Nation filled the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, creating an atmosphere that made the Falcons feel like they were playing an away game in their own stadium. According to Watt, this incredible fan base had a direct impact on the game. The fumble I was able to recover was thanks to the fact that they had to use a silent count on their own field, the defender said after the game. The win boosts confidence in a defense that promises to make a lot of noise this season. With a lineup that combines speed, creativity, and new acquisitions, Watt insists that playing on the Steelers' defense is fun. And if the power of Steeler Nation can help the defense hold opponents to just 10 points on the road, expectations for the next home game against the Chargers are higher than ever. Without a doubt, T.J. Watt and the Steelers' defense are ready for more challenges, and with their loyal fans behind them, the future looks bright for Pittsburgh.